Iconic Talk. This is your community's podcast with conversations about real estate, local happenings, and all things Winchester, Virginia. I'm Mark Francis, a local realtor, broker, and owner at Icon Real Estate. If you want local knowledge, you have come to the right place. Well, this is an episode that might be unlike any other. I was really wanting to have just a fun, exciting conversation with a special friend of mine who's a guest who's been on the show before from Mover Dudes, and his name's John I. And first of all, I have to acknowledge the other elephant in the room that, yes, there is no other co-host with me. Megan is still out. And my good friend Madison Kilmer is off this week as well. So we're going to catch up next week on episode 99. But you know what? Episode 100 is right around the corner. It's super exciting to know that we have been with you guys for that long of a time, coming up on 100 episodes. Well, back to my original thought. I was hoping to have him on. He was scheduled to be with me for recording, and unfortunately had a major family emergency situation. I was with him, we were talking, and it came up real quick that, yes, he has a father who lives in town and has had health issues in the past, and without getting into too many details, comes to find out that there is something majorly happening with John I's father, who is going to be on the show with me today. Not his father, but John. And essentially, our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And, John, we're with you. So hopefully we'll have you back on sometime soon, where we were going to talk about all the different ins and outs of the moving industry, where, as I dive in deeper, being a realtor and seeing people move, it's a complicated situation. And not everybody thinks about it every day. And just the same way that maybe people in a lifetime go through 2 or 3 house moves and house purchases, they're going through 2 or 3 house moves as well. And so when you think about purchasing a house, it's sometimes exhausting to even think about because of all the complications that go into packing your stuff up, sorting through all of your things, and moving it. And our local company, Mover Dudes, does an amazing job. And I was looking to hear from him. So without spoiling too much, we will get him on in the next couple weeks. But without spoiling too much, there's a lot of things that go on with partnering with other larger moving brokers around the country to help make things happen, to make it smooth and seamless. And here's what I'm going to share with you. When this episode does drop with him on, you'll get excited to know how you can actually not just save money, but know that things are insured and know that things are being taken care of for you in a timely manner and with the professionalism and care that you would get instead of just hiring a fly-by-night person where who knows where your stuff is going to go once you load it into a truck. So having said all that, that is setting up an episode, not just for today, but obviously in the next couple of weeks. It just made me realize, the fragility of life and how, we do take a lot of things for granted. And my wife being a physician assistant, and she's been working over many years with that degree, and she teaches at Shenandoah. She, as she says, spits out little PA babies out there into the world to help take care of all of us, to make sure that we have our health and know what is happening when we do get sick. But, there's something about the medical industry that, there's still many unknowns, right? And there's still many things that you don't know about. And when somebody like John I's father seems to be doing well one day and then not the next, it just makes you sit and pause and think and remember that there are things bigger than us out there. And, without getting too deep and too spiritual on all of us right now, I would just encourage each one of you to think and ponder those questions of the bigger pictures of life. And what are we here for? And what are the things that are important to us? What do we hold dear? And how can we cherish each and every day? And that's, instead of getting too deep, it makes me realize, wow, family is key. Makes me realize, yes, I have my grandmother who lives with me. You've heard me talk about her on the podcast before. She's 91 now, lives with us. in our basement. We call it the Queen Suite, and she is actually still doing amazingly well. As she continues to age, we see the different declines of her, and we're going to be prepared to have those conversations in the next, as we know, could be days, weeks, months, or years for her. But it doesn't take a 91-year-old to make you think about the fragility of life. And so enjoy each moment. Enjoy the summer that we now have. Take a moment to sit by a lake, to go to the beach, to go to mountains, wherever you choose. Even if you don't have a lot of funds to set aside for vacation, go for a drive. Enjoy the Shenandoah Valley. That's something that we thrive on in this area, that there are so many opportunities to sit back and look at the creation that has been given to us and enjoy these times that we have. We live in an amazing world and an amazing time right now in an amazing city. And that's partly what this podcast is all about, is to share with you the excitement and the enthusiasm that we have for this town of Winchester, Virginia. And obviously part of that, a small portion of that, is real estate. And with real estate comes complications and questions, and that's why our podcast exists. But I just wanted to take that moment right now today to really let that settle in, of encourage each listener to enjoy life at its fullest and to know what the purpose is. And if you haven't really thought about that, seek it out, because that is truly the name of the game. Not just to make a buck, not just to get by in life, not just to say, okay, yes, I have a career, I have a job, I identify as a Winchester person, but the bigger picture. So I just want to thank each one of our listeners for being a part of our podcast over these last many, many episodes, year and a half plus, coming up on that 100. Well, John, we have, again, all your thoughts and prayers go out to you. Megan, also for you and for things that you have with your family. Madison, I'm so excited that you're a part of our Iconic Talk family now. You've been on the show a couple different times, and we're going to have you on next week once again as a co-host. Excited about that. So let me just get on with what is happening here in the Winchester area. Before we do wrap up, this is going to be a short and sweet episode, but thank you for pausing and listening and just reflecting with me and hearing my thoughts as we enter into this Thursday, June 15th. Well, there is a new federal holiday that's been out there for a few years now, Juneteenth, and there's a Juneteenth celebration happening at MSV. The Museum of Shenandoah Valley is having an exciting time of just live music, a Juneteenth celebration. The music is sold out. They're a very popular local band. So on June 18th, on Sunday, starting at noon, you can go ahead and get your admission to go see the gardens, see the different outdoor activities, exhibition called Nature Connects, and get a chance to enjoy an amazing day with a whole slew of events and activities. You don't need to register. Just go get your tickets and go to the Juneteenth celebration at MSV, Museum of Shenandoah Valley. Just an exciting time there for that weekend. Enjoy the holiday, obviously, guys. If you do get that off, that's Monday, so enjoy that. If you don't, then celebrate with those that do have it off. That'll be super fun. The other thing that's coming up, obviously, this weekend is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you. And as we were talking about the fragility of life, celebrate the life that you do have. If your father is still around, connect with him. If you are a father, happy Father's Day to you, and connect with your son or your daughters as you have them, and enjoy the time, because again, that's a day that sometimes we neglect and we forget. So happy Father's Day to all of you people out there who are, in that category. And a way to celebrate is to go to Winchester Brew Works this coming weekend. And you get a chance to have Chef Kesha Harris and also our amazing David Andrew Smith, who's going to be there for a barbecue-themed plate. So you get $21 a person for one specific meet. 2 meets, you get $25 a person, anytime between 12 and 4 o'clock there at Winchester Brew Works, a barbecue weekend special event. You get special, amazing pulled pork barbecue sides with mac and cheese and coleslaw and potato rolls. It'll be a great opportunity to get out, take your dad out if he's here locally with you. And finally, I got to put a plug in to the Shenandoah Summer Music Theater. The first show of the season kicks off next week. Is actually going to start June 23rd. So that's coming up very shortly, right around the corner. We'll talk more about that next week. But Jersey Boys is the first show of the season. You can go ahead and get your tickets now. Find those seats that you would love to reserve. I'm a proud sponsor of that, so when you go, you get a chance to get the program and see all the different sponsors. I love taking part of that. My son has been a part of many of those different shows, and he's actually doing some jobs behind the scenes there. And actually another one, my other son is going to be a part of it as well. So a whole family affair of how they're going to be working there. So happy Father's Day to me. They get a chance to work at Shenandoah Summer Music Theater. So those are the 3 different things that are on my radar for this coming weekend. There are so many other opportunities, I'm sure, around town for you to enjoy the weather, enjoy the summer, and again, enjoy life, because you have to just consistently wonder and think about, why are we here? And if you don't love the people who you're with, get a chance to reunite, make amends, do the right things, and enjoy Father's Day. Enjoy your family, enjoy the health that you have, and give thanks for that every single day. Well, thank you so much for participating and enjoying this brief episode. I really hope that we get a chance to share more with you next week. Remember, when you do have just an opportunity, grab that loved one, give them a hug. And remember, when you look for a real estate professional, make sure they are experienced, innovative, personal, dedicated, and available. We really, appreciate you spending your valuable time with us, and would love for you to take a moment to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Share your podcast with your friends. Let them know that they can find Iconic Talk on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever they get their podcasts. Thanks to our editor extraordinaire, Simeon Battaglia. Thanks to Megan Eanes, Madison Kilmer, our co-hosts, who will be reunited sometime soon. And happy Father's Day to all out there. Happy Juneteenth. And until next time, think iconic.